Okay, for some people who don't know, this would be the Lagrangian formula. And this basically explains why the 100 dimensional being is supermassive, but it doesn't interact locally in our space-time. I kind of explained that when I said that it's in a state of a superposition, but this would kind of explain it. Okay, so basically I had to do a lot of fact checking with this research, but basically the symmetry of a 100 dimensional being, if you going by the 11D string theory model, would actually be broken, and that would mean that technically the 100D being is not existing in our universe of reality, or it could not be according to the many worlds interpretation. So this would mean that technically your 100 dimensional being is in another world and is interacting through that world through you could say it's electromagnetic field. However, the electromagnetic field is not local technically, because it is in a superposition interacting with scalar fields, which are protons and even solid matter. So scalar fields represent protons, neutrons, and even solid matter. Okay, so this next part is going to be about the Bloch sphere. The Bloch sphere is basically just a geometrical representation of the pure state space of a two-level quantum system. That basically means like it's just like space-time at a 2D level, at a quantum level, and that's going to be relevant to the next thing. And the next thing is a two-state system. A two-state system is a quantum system that can exist in any quantum superposition of two independent quantum states. So that basically means that technically the object can interact with two places at the same time, and that's key to the ability of the 100 dimensional being for them to be able to interact with us from where they are in space-time. Okay, so this part may be confusing for the people who aren't into quantum physics and stuff like that. But first, I'll be going over the three-point derivative coupling. It refers to an interaction between the photon and the scalar matter that involves a derivative of the scalar field. This means that the interactions depends on the rate of change of the scalar field rather than just its value. And next, I'm going to be going over the four-point derivative scalar photon coupling. It refers to an interaction between two scalar particles, two photons, and the scalar matter. This interaction does not involve a derivative of the scalar field, but rather depends on the value of the scalar field protons. Okay, I read you that basically because the 100D being technically doesn't have to interact with our reality in a way that goes along with the idea of our known laws of physics. That's because gauge invariance theory, that's basically saying that all points of laws of physics at all other points are supposed to be the same throughout. However, if string theory is to be believed, then technically there could be other dimensions where beings like a 100-dimensional being could reside and interact with our reality as I pointed out before with the 3-point derivative coupling and the 4-point derivative scalar photon coupling. Those are just 2 examples, and this is coming to the personal portion. But basically, with those 2 fields, I'm sure there could be more, like maybe a 5-point derivative scalar coupling, or even more. I'm not very sure about those theories, because I literally had to pull this together. I got bit by a dog, and that kind of messed up my flow a little bit. But I was doing a lot of work today, and I actually managed to finish this, but I had to shorten it because it was going to be a lot longer. But with my opinion on this, I feel that the 100th dimensional being is really like beyond even my own comprehension of them, even though I introduced them, because I never thought that I would have a device, a non-physical device, that I could use to sometimes heal myself and boost my psychic and supernatural powers. So that was really a surprise when I learned that it was actually possible. And I really think that we could tap into this, like especially with my discovery on telekinesis. With I don't know if y'all saw that, but also I'm gonna leave a link to a video about spinors. It's very important if you want to understand the quantum mechanics portion a lot more. Oh yeah, the telekinesis portion. Sorry, I got off track. But if we can tap into something like that, like telekinesis, imagine if we're actually able to tap into what these beings have to offer. From what I've seen, they have effortless telepathic consciousness downloading technology that's way beyond what we have now. And it seems to work seamlessly, and if they had a power source, I never saw it, and it's all wireless. So that's one reason that I got obsessed with like the 100 dBn thing, and I made so many videos. I'm really trying to tell y'all as much as I can without revealing too much, so people could like maybe reverse engineer things, and I just don't want to worry about that. But I got another video that's coming up too to give y'all an update on like what's been going on in my life and all that, if y'all want to watch that. But other than that, I appreciate y'all watching, and thank y'all for 5,000 views on the 100 dBn video. I didn't really expect that, and I really appreciate it.